Yo, hey, this shit easy, nigga. Hey, all I'm talking about, nigga, I'm still out here trying to get it.
Contender Regime Boxing checking back in with y'all, man. What's good? Happy New Year. Happy New Year to everybody, man. I hope y'all all brought in the new year healthy, with positive energy, you know what I'm saying, and living y'all best life, man, doing y'all thing. I love to see that, love to hear that. I hope that's the case for everybody watching this video. And it's fight week yet again. Fight week yet again. This time we have the heralded, you know what I'm saying, the one of the pound for pound best fighters in the sport, who could potentially be the #1 pound for pound fighter in this sport, has all the tools and the ability to do so. Could be the #1 pay-per-view attraction in the sport. Gervonta Tank Davis coming back on Showtime pay-per-view versus Hector Luis Garcia, which is a fantastic fight. This is gonna be a really good matchup, y'all. I'm really excited about this. You got two southpaws. You don't often see Tank Davis versus a southpaw, let alone a really skilled guy like Hector Luis Garcia, who can bring some different looks to the game. You know what I'm saying? He bringing a slight change up to what you would normally see Gervonta Tank Davis in the ring with. And that whole card is going to be full of talent. You got Demetrius Andrade fighting on this card. You got Jerron Boost Ennis fighting on this card, who is arguably the most gifted, just natural ability, arguably the most gifted fighter in the sport. You have Rashidi Ellis on the card, who is a potential matchup versus Jerron Boost Ennis. You dig what I'm saying? This is going to be a fantastic card. I am excited. I just want to see all this talent, man. This is a true display of American talent in boxing. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it comes to American talent in boxing, that's what it looks like. These guys that you're going to see on this card, this is what America has to offer when it comes to talent. You feel what I'm saying? But specifically, I want to talk about Gervonta Tank Davis versus Hector Luis Garcia. This is going to be a good matchup. I want to talk about, and this is going to be my final prediction. I kind of gave like an analysis, so I'm going to, kind of break it down just to give points on both guys and tell you who I believe is going to win this fight, just based off of what I've seen from both fighters, based off of who I believe in more, who's showing me that they ready for this level more than the other. You dig what I'm saying? Now, Hector Luis Garcia, a southpaw, he's a taller fighter in this fight, gonna have a reach advantage. Very skilled. This guy has a great foundation when it comes to just the fundamentals in boxing. Got a good jab. He's patient. He a good counter puncher. Loves to throw the jab with the straight left coming down the middle. He got a great counter straight left. A really nice lead left uppercut. He can counter with it as well. This guy is a strong fighter, mentally and physically strong, and he got a great gas tank. That's another thing. He called himself the Android, and if you look at his fights, you see he gets stronger as the fight go on. He gets stronger as the fight go on. Chin-wise, he has been down before. We seen his chin tested. However, he did get back up and he finished the fight. He's an undefeated guy. Don't know what it's like to lose on the pro level. Coming off one of the best years out of all fighters that was active in 2022, Hector Luis Garcia had one of the best years. He defeated Chris Colbert on 19 days. What was it, 9 days or 19 days notice? One of those. Didn't have a long time to get ready for that fight. Filled in versus an undefeated fighter like Chris Colbert, who himself had never been down. Hector Luis Garcia put him down in that fight. And he went in that fight, man, and the moment wasn't too big for him. You'll see a lot of guys when they go up against a talent like a Chris Colbert, and that fighter is obviously the clear favorite. He's the more physically gifted guy, seemingly just an overall better fighter. You'll see guys go into a situation like that as the underdog and they fold. or they shy away from the moment. And the moment is too big for them. They're not able to capitalize and really go out there and show that they belong on that level. Well, that's exactly what Garcia did. You know what I'm saying? He went out there, he fought, he was steadfast, he was sharp, he dropped Chris Colbert. He was countering him all night, and then when he wanted to be first, he walked Chris Colbert down and he was first. You know what I'm saying? He got a really good balance of being aggressive and also being a counterpuncher. He's a very balanced fighter. If there's one thing that stands out to me the most about Hector Luis Garcia, he's a very balanced fighter. He can give you a little bit of everything, and that's a strong suit for him. So, very patient guy, very balanced fighter, but he got a gas tank on him and he can go get it too. And then he also won a title at 130 right after he defeated Chris Colbert. So this guy is coming off one of the best years in 2022. Gervonta Tank Davis, I mean, what do I really have to say? Undefeated, one of the highest knockout percentages in the sport. I think he's just right behind Beterbiev. This guy is incredible. There's nothing that Tank Davis can't do. If you want to talk about athleticism, speed, power, if you want to talk about agility, if you want to talk about just foot movement, head movement, fast twitch muscles, if you want to talk about just the ability to use his body as a tool to display whatever he's thinking in his mind. Tank Davis is one of those guys that, you know how when you visualize something, you say, okay, I'm going to throw this combination, or I'm going to do this, I'm going to escape here, and then leverage my position and be able to put my opponent in a bad situation so I can land that perfect knockout kill shot. Tank Davis is one of those guys that can visualize and do everything that he's seeing in his mind because he physically has those abilities. He also has the fundamental boxing ability as well. Throws a nice jab. Good balance in the ring. He can throw every shot. Single shot, I think Tank Davis is probably the fastest fighter in the sport when it comes to throwing just one shot. When it comes to just landing, like just throwing one quick shot, I think he's the fastest. It's arguable, but I really do think Tank Davis got, just look at that Leo Santa Cruz uppercut, just how he transitioned from having his guard up and then transitioning to one quick shot like that. That shit is incredible, and that's dangerous. He's also fast with throwing combinations. There's not a punch that Tank Davis can't throw. He can give you a lead right hook. You know what I'm saying? He's great with the straight left. You know what I'm saying? He can go to the body when he wants to, and I think he's going to go to the body more in this fight. You know what I'm saying? Tank Davis can throw every punch from every angle, and I think we're starting to see him get better with his footwork, his positioning, his punch placement, and just being able to put guys on an angle. I think this fight is going to be especially interesting because they're both southpaws. So I want to see how they do their foot positioning. Who's able to establish the angle that they want to fight at first. Is Hector Garcia going to be the one that's coming forward? Is Tank Davis going to be the one fighting off the back foot, trying to set traps, even though he's a guy he's a smaller guy with the shorter reach? Or, you know what I'm saying? Hector Garcia is going to be the lengthier guy. You feel me? So it's going to be a lot of interesting factors in this fight, but Tank Davis can do it all. And there's another dynamic of this fight that makes it of high levels is Tank Davis. You see all of the drama that's been going on outside the ring. That's one aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? That could make a fighter lose focus, or it can make them lock in even more and go and prove everybody that, no, y'all got it all wrong. You know what I'm saying? I'm really on my shit. You feel me? Y'all trying to throw me off my game with this bullshit, but now I'm really like that. And I'm not going to let none of that shit stop me from reaching greatness. I checked out the All Access. I see Tank Davis is incredibly focused right now. Incredibly focused. Him and his team, Coach Calvin Ford, they focused. They realize that Garcia is not nobody that you just walk over, that you just going to push around and come in and he going to lay down. No. Just like Tank Davis, he was watching they had the little green screen in the back, getting them ready for their little, how when the fight start, motherfuckers be shadow boxing in their little tail of the tape shit. You know what I'm saying? Getting the whole promo shit ready. And Tank Davis was behind the scenes watching him. He like, no, he look hungry. You know what I'm saying? No, he look hungry. Tank Davis himself realized like, no, this might be a real fight. You know what I'm saying? This ain't finna be nothing where I could just come in and step on this dude and that's just it. It might be something. You feel me? And I love Tank Davis taking that approach, even though they already got Ryan Garcia, who, in my opinion, this fight might even be tougher than the Ryan Garcia fight, if we being honest. I think this guy, it may be more skilled than Ryan Garcia. But the fact that they got the big money fight versus Ryan Garcia already lined up, and Tank Davis is not overlooking this guy. He's staying focused. You know what I'm saying? And I love to see that from Tank. I think this is a tipping point for Gervonta Tank Davis, because all eyes are on him right now for good reasons and for bad reasons, but all eyes are on him right now. He got an incredible card. So many people going to be tuning in to watch Jaron Ennis. People going to be tuning in to watch Demetrius Andre. People going to be tuning in to watch Rashida Ellis. And everybody going to be tuning in to watch Gervonta Tank Davis. You feel what I'm saying? All eyes on him. He's fighting an undefeated fighter. This is an opportunity. You know, everybody that was watching the, seeing all the headlines about, all the drama and the shit that's been going on over the past couple of weeks or so. Those people are also gonna be tuning in. Some gonna be wishing that he lose. Some gonna be like, man, oh, he did that. Oh, I hope he get his ass beat. You gonna have a lot of people that's tuning in. And in my opinion, if I could choose one fighter that just has everything to be a pay-per-view star, it's Tank Davis. It's Tank Davis. He got everything to be a star. You know what I'm saying? He can do everything. And this is an opportunity for him to go and show the world, man, look, I am that dude. No matter what's going on, I'm able to stand in the fire and go get it. I made a video not too long ago where I said Tank Davis is geared towards having a fighter of the year type of year in 2023. He already got this fight this weekend. He got the Ryan Garcia fight lined up for late first quarter, early second quarter, so in the first half of this year. And then that leaves 5 to 6 months to make another fight. So we talking about Tank Davis being more active than he's been in his whole career for this year. We talking about him stepping up and fighting the best competition that he's fought in his career this year. And then possibly at the end of the year, he's fighting maybe a Devin Haney, maybe a Shakur Stevenson. Maybe Vasil Lomachenko. You dig what I'm saying? Maybe he's flirted with the idea of going to 147 for a one-off fight like versus a Keith Thurman or something. Who knows? But I think Tank Davis is poised to have an incredible year and to do great things. I think this is that time in Tank Davis' career, 27, 28 years old, where he's realizing and he's understanding his potential. He's realizing, he's understanding like, okay, now I got a little bit more power. I can make different decisions. Now I can control my career a little bit more. I'm in my physical prime. None of these dudes can't fuck with me when I'm on my shit. I think Tank Davis is realizing all these things, and I really believe that he's going to put it together, but he got to go out there and do it. And I think based off of all the shit that I just said, even all the great stuff that I said about both fighters, which is all true, I think y'all know where I'm going with this. I got Tank Davis for my final prediction. I got Tank Davis stopping Hector Luis Garcia late in this fight. I think it's going to be tough. I think the early rounds going to be tough because Garcia going to be strong and he ain't going to want to get that shit up. He ain't going to want to lay down in this fight. But I think just like Calvin Ford said something in the All Access that was very interesting. He said that he want Tank to bring the fight out of Luis Garcia and make him take chances. Essentially, that's what he said. I feel like Garcia is going to come out and try to box and be smart. I'm going to give you a prime example. If you watch the All Access, you seen his coach breaking it down to him when he was doing his, this right here pretty much describes like how Luis Garcia should fight. and how his coach want him to fight. He was shadow boxing. You know what I'm saying? And he was going a little bit too. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't really working on straight technique. He was being a little bit too explosive in the shadow boxing. And then his coach came and he was like softly, and he showed him how to do it. No, you know what I'm saying? It's patient. You know what I'm saying? Technique. It's patience. You feel what I'm saying? That's the type of style that I see Garcia coming into the first few rounds with, being patient, boxing, trying to break him down. You feel me? But I think Tank Davis, they're planning to set traps, frustrate Garcia, and then turn on that aggression and make him walk into some shit, and that's when he gonna get hurt. I think it's gonna be, I think the knockout is gonna come between the 6th round and the 9th round. You feel what I'm saying? It's gonna come between the 6th and the 9th. It might leak over to the 10th or the 11th, but I think the knockout is gonna come in the 6th or the 9th. I can see Tank Davis going to his body, you know what I'm saying, and then maybe bringing it back up to the head, with a right hook. Something crazy like that. I think the left hand gonna be involved, maybe a straight left to the body, and then coming back up top with a right hook. Something like that. You feel what I'm saying? This is gonna be an incredible fight. I'm so excited. I think it's a good look for Tank Davis, for him to get in there with a guy that got a little slickness to him, that got some good fundamental boxing skills, and who's hungry. Undefeated dude. He's not trying to lay down. He hungry. So this is how you start the year off. For Tank Davis, this is going to prepare him for a great year of boxing in 2023. So I want to see him have 3 fights this year. I want to see him fight Ryan Garcia, and then possibly one of those bars that we've been want to see him fight, a Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, or even a Lomachenko. I'll take either one of them. Teofimo Lopez. I'll take either one of them. You dig what I'm saying? So y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments. How do y'all see this fight going? Tank Davis versus Hector Garcia. Who you got winning and why? Break it down in the comments for me. Contender Regime Boxing. I'll holler at y'all boys, man.